We went for a trip down to the Izu Peninsula in Japan. We barely even scratched the surface, but this was our trip. Izu is a wonderful place to have a holiday if it's your first time or your 10th time to Japan. At the bottom of the peninsula you can find the city of Shimoda. Around here there are so many beautiful beaches and things to do in the city. We stayed at the Ohama Beach House and Barbecue. This was a wonderful little Airbnb with a huge lawn for the dogs to run around. I really want to go back here, but the policy of charging for each dog per night, it's a little too pricey. But if they can get rid of that, we would definitely go back. Day 1. We woke up to news that a typhoon was approaching. A May typhoon. It's just super rare. So this would be our last day of great weather for this trip. We had to take advantage of that. First thing we did was go to Nishi-Izu on the west side of the peninsula. There you can find a Dogashima boat cruise. No reservations needed for this little cruise. It's about a 45-minute boat ride around the Dogashima coastline. The finale of the cruise is pretty impressive. The boat cruise actually goes through an ocean cave. And in this cave is a hole that looks up to the sky. The colors are so impressive. It's a great ride, and you can see an amazing view from the ship and from above the ship if you walk through the little park to the viewing point. We were there on a pretty busy day and we didn't have to wait at all. So it's a great little stop with little planning. It's really recommended. After the boat ride, we went for a little drive down to Kawazuya Shokudo. This is an old school Japanese style restaurant. Thank you. The place is connected with the local butcher shop, so the meat is top notch. The staff are all so friendly, I can't recommend this place enough. Bye-bye. After lunch, we went to Irozaki Ocean Park on the very southern tip of the Izu Peninsula. There's actually quite a lot to see here, but we were pressed for time, so all we did was really stop at the Cape Ai. Here you can stop for some ice cream or just look at the beautiful views. Looking south, you can see Hirizo Beach. This is a really beautiful beach. It's famous for probably the best snorkeling from shore on the whole peninsula. But it's hard to get to the beach, especially in the off season, so what we just did was enjoy the view from top here. A short drive away from this is the Cape Irozaki. This place has a huge parking lot where you can stop and pay a fee. We got there about 10 minutes before they closed. We thought they weren't gonna let us in, but they were super friendly to us. They said, all right, go on, get in there. So we rushed down to the viewpoint. There's a little temple there called the Ishimuro Shrine. Beautiful views of the ocean. I wish they were open a little bit later because the sunset would be amazing there. But anyways, I would guess it would not take even an hour to spend here. And the views are spectacular. So after all that, since today was the last good day for weather, we decided to hit the beach. We went to Kisami Ohama Beach south of Shimoda City. This is a nice little beach. It's very popular with foreign tourists. There's a lot of hotels nearby. And it's easy to access. The parking lot goes right to the beach. Mind you, this was May 26th. And we thought, let's go for a little dip. Here we go. No! She chickened out. The water was actually really nice. And yeah, you can go swimming in the ocean there at the end of May. No problem. May 26th. Swimming in the ocean. Woo! The next day, actually in the morning, was beautiful weather, but that quickly changed. And the rains from the typhoon hit land. But we didn't want that to ruin our day, so we went out to Izu Animal Kingdom. This zoo focuses on doing like a walk-through safari type thing.
Lucky ducky! I'm on vacation!
To tell you the truth, we didn't really see much of it because it started pouring. But the main reason we were there was to pet the capybaras and to get nice and close to the giraffes. That was my highlight. I really want to go back there when the weather is better. Yeah. After the zoo, we did a little stop off at the Orange Center. Here they have these delicious orange drinks. And my favorite, the blueberry drink. It's a little pricey at about 700 yen a glass, but it's so good. And they claim that for every drink of orange juice you have there, you will add 3 years to your life.
We're gonna go buy some orange juice. We're gonna live forever.
So what's a couple hundred yen for that? That's a good deal, isn't it? That night we hit the Naka Aka Izakaya. This is one of the local favorites. There's about 3 or 4 of them in the city of Shimoda. And they all have similar names. Naka Aka, Bochi Bochi, names like that. And they're quite family friendly. The food is pretty amazing. And it's just a really good atmosphere. And it's really popular with the locals. If you're there on a weekend or on a holiday, I do recommend making reservations, especially if you have a big group. Well, Shimoda and pretty much the whole peninsula of Izu is famous for kinmedai, the red snapper. And, well, I had to try the eyeball. Big mistake.
I'm just trying to stall. Okay, so we got red snapper eyeball here. Look at that. That's a runny nose. That's a runny nose right there.
Ugh.
So hard. Feels like caramel, but tastes like dirt.
Oh.
But the good thing about izakayas is they have beer on hand. Wash that eyeball down with.
Well, actually, I found out that you're not supposed to eat the whole eyeball. You're supposed to just suck off the outer part of it. So maybe I gotta try it again if I can get enough courage to do it again.
Pretty good.
The last day. Well, yeah, it was still raining, but we had to do something. So we decided to go to the Jogasaki Coast. It's about halfway up the east coast of the peninsula. And it's got this nice little suspension bridge called the Kadowaki Suspension Bridge. And there's a lighthouse right next to it. Beautiful views. The rain stopped enough for us to enjoy it, but the rain quickly came back. This will be a great place to spend a couple hours and just enjoy the scenery and hike around the trails they have. Mind you, weather permitting, right? Our last stop on the trip was to the Wasabi Fields of Ikadaba.
Look at all this wasabi, everyone.
This is just a working wasabi farm. There's not many things for tourists to do, but just look at the fields. Everyone in our group was quite fascinated by it. It was a pretty cool place. Just to drive around on these small country roads through the fields was pretty impressive. There was like a few wasabi welcome centers, but everything was closed on the day we were there. I'm not sure if it was because it was not a holiday season or a weekend, or because the typhoon was coming they closed. Not really sure why, but it would have been cool to bring home some wasabi from one of those shops. But we couldn't go home empty-handed, so we drove down to the roadside station of Amagigoe. We got there just before it closed, but you can find lots of stuff and snacks all based on wasabi. And there we tried wasabi ice cream, which was actually really good. Wasabi ice cream.
It tastes like wasabi. Tastes like ice cream. It's a clever name, wasabi ice cream.
Well, yeah, anyways, that was the trip. It was a lot of fun despite the weather. We really didn't do too much. There's so many things to do in Izu. It's a place that just keeps giving. Just keep going back and finding more and more new things to check out. I really love Izu Peninsula. I recommend it if it's maybe your second or third trip to Japan. I can't wait to go back. I go there a lot. Well, that was the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Well, oh, you guys are still watching. Thanks a lot, man. I got more videos here. Or if you want, you can subscribe here.